this is MMC of the MighyMeCreative channel, and I'm here with Chanel, aka Miss5678. Yay! Dance Central Choreographer. She choreographed for Dance Central 1 as well as Dance Central 2, one of the main choreographers, and I've been following her since I started playing the game. And I'm so happy to be here to have met her, and now I get to ask her all these questions that I've been dying to ask her and ask some of the questions that you guys want to know about. So let's get started. I'm wondering if you ever thought about just the big impact that you have on the Dance Central fans, and it's not just about the game, it's about bringing just happiness to them and confidence, because people tell me that, but I'm just an extension of the choreography that you put into the game. You guys put the dance in Dance Central. Like, have you thought about that?
Well, I do, and sometimes I think about like how we can probably make an impact across the board, confidence-wise. There's people that have actually told me that I wasn't able to do this, and this in terms of dance, and they do the game, and they're like, oh, I can dance, you know what I mean? And that's a good thing. It's like, if we can get some of the kids that have the low self-esteem, if they get dancing and they're confident and they bust it out in one of like the dances at school or whatever, and then suddenly the roles have changed, and socially they're like, hey, people are connected to them, like, wait a minute, how'd you learn that? And that's, we can say, hey, this person has they've gained their self-confidence. They're not nervous or scared anymore to stand up in a group of people and just bust out. We acknowledge that you guys follow us, or that you're inspired by us, and that's the big major point, is for us to be inspired and to inspire you in return. My main focus was like cheerleading. I went to school in Texas, went to school in Germany, and I cheered from Texas to Germany to back in Medford, and Massachusetts, which is Boston. Branching off to the dance thereafter, dancing in different crews. And then I started teaching and working with artists that need dancers, and booking artists and dancers, and putting together their shows. So pretty much like a creative or artistic director. And so that's how I started doing a lot of that stuff. And then I branched off to Dance Central.
So can you tell us about your choreography style?
One thing that I can say my background is it's very athletic. Obviously, we talked about the cheerleading. I did that for about between 16 and 17 years through high school, and then professionally after for NCA. So I try to tie my dance in with it, but I connect pretty much like the B-girl, old school hip hop basics with like cheerleading techniques, because I want the cheerleaders to also say, hey, oh, there's moves in there, there's motions in there, there's jumps, and still try to connect them as well and not leave that out, and connect the hip hop basics with anybody who was, that was down with dance or like old school hip hop that still want to dance and be current. So I keep that in mind, and then that's where I get my style from.
You did Holla Back Girl, right?
I sure did. I did.
I knew that one. The cheer move, the arms. What else?
I did, let's see, Come On Ride the Train from Dance Central 1. Yes. And then I think it's released by now, Fergalicious.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I did that one. And Control. Yes. By Janet Jackson. And then for Dance Central 2, I did DJ Got Us Falling in Love.
I like to watch a routine and go like, oh, that's a Chanel routine right there. So.
Well, there's Marcos. He's one of the head choreographers. Marcos did Just Dance.
Yes.
So you're going to get like, he's into Lady Gaga. He's into Britney. So, and he did Body Movin' from Dance Central. Yeah, so people would be like, wait a minute. And you have Frenchie, who is another head choreographer. Frenchie brings the sexy, and she brings sexy, like, comfortable movement. And you have Devin, who is from Funk Phenomenon. And then you have Ricardo Foster. Devin is like the current b-boy, so to speak.
Yes.
And Ricardo's like the crump and b-boy. Then you have Kunle, who does a lot of popping and waving. Tori, who's a little bit like Marcos and Frenchie together with a little b-boy swag. And then you have Spikey, who is she's got like a very awesome style that I don't know. It's she did like a G6. I would love to see people doing this move. You know what I mean? In a club, and I'm like, that's Dance Central.
You know, I feel that Dance Central is kind of it was a little bit of a substitute for live hip hop class for me, which was kind of cool because hip hop classes are kind of expensive. You know, do you agree? Do you agree? What do you think?
I think it's great because it is the aspect of learning in a class. You know what I mean? You're learning in a fun environment. You're learning in the privacy of your home. Some people don't want to be around other people learning something. Sometimes they're a little self-conscious about where they are and where, you know, who's watching them do what. And it's great because it's a game, and you can actually, if you're a hardcore gamer, you can game, dance, score, and do a fitness mode all in the same, you know, breath, which is awesome. The movements are a little more simplistic, not being so difficult to approach. So the approach is a little easier, but you are going to sweat. So on easy, you're working out.
Like, I can't tell you how often I'm so excited for the game. I can't wait for it to come out. Like, any final words for the fans?
For us as choreographers, and you know, for everybody who's put down the hard work for this game, you know, we're inspired by you guys, and we appreciate the encouragement, and it's like it's rewarding to see that everybody is waiting for it and they're supporting us. So just the support factor alone is enough to like move to the next level or push us to do something more. And so like my message to everybody normally on an everyday basis and just outside of the dance and just in general is like, be inspired always to inspire somebody else, because you never know what, you know, that person is needing. So by you actually, you know, going out on the line, doing whatever it is that you do, whether it's dance or whatever you do, words of encouragement, you never know if it's meant for that person the day that they read it, see it, or you speak to them. So like, just always try to remember to be inspired to inspire the next person, you know. So that's my thing.
Thank you so much, Chanel. That's just so much to think about. There's a lot of us that play this game, and it's just interesting what you just said. You know, I kind of need to just take that in because it is bigger than just this game. So we just want to thank you so much for working on this fantastic game, and
we'll keep rocking our 8 counts for you guys. Don't worry, it's gonna be awesome when it comes out. I promise you.
Yes. And so let's get dancing, right?
Let's go.
Bye.